Okay, we're gonna look at Mohawk. Mohawk's another way to turn from forward to backwards. Give you a quick demonstration. The first Mohawk that you learn is an inside edge Mohawk. So I'm gonna hold an inside edge, and Mohawk requires you to open your hip so that you can step down on your new foot completely backwards. So it does help if you can open. 90 degrees is the minimum you'll need. You can do a Mohawk at 90 degrees, like so. But if you can do more, it will make this a bit easier for you. Now, the tricky part to this is doing that action while this foot's in the air. So come to the wall, I'll show you. Facing the wall, you're just gonna lift your foot off and practice opening and closing your hip. So you get the feel of that. If that's too tricky in the air to start with, you can do it on the ice one at a time, like this. So what I'm doing here is keeping the weight on the heel and just turning my foot out to the side, toes out to the side, knee out to the side. What that's doing is opening my hip, which is rotating that ball joint open from there. So as I skate along, I lift up one leg, I do that rotation, and now it's just a weight transfer from one foot to the other, and then I carry on along the barrier. So from here, I lift the leg, open the hip as much as I can, and then transfer the weight from there. Now, when you first come away from the barrier, you can actually try this. It's called a V circle or a tiny little inside spread. You glide along, open the hip while it's still on the ice, and you can go around in a small circle like this. Eventually then, you can practice walking that. This is a good one because you have to keep your hips open as you do this walking step, and do this both ways. So as I'm doing it, I'm practicing keeping that open. What will probably happen the first time you try this hip will want to close. You'll get this lift and it will want to close. It'll be maybe hard to step forward fully. So practice keeping them open in this as a V circle, okay? Then, when you get it moving for the first time, you want to start on, I'm just going to draw you a circle, a small circle to start with. I'm going to just do one step like I did on the V circle. Around, around, and there. So you must start tight, small circle. If you try and do a big circle, it means you have to open more and it's harder to change feet and get your balance point. Something you can build up to for sure. So you've done your small circle, you can do a slightly bigger circle, and then I think that the most you'll ever need as a beginner skater is maybe the hockey circle, this kind of size from here to here. If you can hold that, you've done a very good job. Arms, let's do arms. You want to be facing into the middle of your circle. So I'm literally stood on a circle here. My shoulders are going to stay facing that blue dot as I go from here, and even after the Mohawk, I'm facing that blue dot from here. Okay, so if you have an issue with swing, this is a common problem. Yeah, it's your Mohawk and then it wants to carry on spinning and it's hard to control. These arms can really help, but you can keep this one pulled back or pushing this one in. It can keep you under control like that. You can even think about, so when I do it, because I've done it quite well now, it doesn't look like I move my arms much, but I am actually thinking about swapping them slightly to counter what my hips are doing. So from here, the shoulders move against where my hips are going, and that cancels out that spin, that swing for the Mohawk. The free leg, I'd have a balanced position here, and you will want to step our heel to the instep of your foot before it comes out the other side in a nice extended position. So you'll see some people step behind. That is not quite how we want to do the inside Mohawk straight away. You should be able to go heel to instep and slide that other foot off both ways. I've had skaters that can do it one way really easily and the other way the free leg's a bit strange. Sometimes people go heel to heel. This is okay on like in the first time you do a Mohawk. If you're going to use this in ice dance or in a routine or step sequence, the correct placement of foot should be heel to instep in the end. So it might be something worth building on if you do a heel to heel like like that. The other thing to watch out for is gappy feet. So you don't want huge gaps here between your feet. That's why we bring the foot all the way here. It looks nice and tidy, nice and neat. Now your weight should also try and carry on going. So pushing on the Mohawk, my weight's over my right. Yes, I might feel like you need to transfer it to the left, but you don't want to go too far. You end up seesawing, what I call seesawing. So I'm on the right, and I go over to the left, and I do this. And it's way too much weight transfer. So I actually try and get my skaters to think about keeping their weight of their head, because heaviest part of your body. Keep the weight of your head over your leading shoulder, so it carries on in the direction you're going. And that should be all you need to know about Mohawk. Give it a go. So guys, let me know how you get on. Leave me a comment in the comments below. If it helped you want to see another video, also let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.